We have invited Jordan Lindsay, the Executive Director of the ARC of California. Thank you so much for being here. And also Felisa Strickland, whose 23-year-old daughter Lily is also here. She has multiple disabilities, including cerebral palsy and autism. So, Jordan, let's start with the cuts that have been threatened and what you're worried about here in California, the specific worries you have.
Yeah, first, thank you so much for highlighting this and inviting us here to talk about this. Specifically, the federal government in Washington, D.C., members of Congress are making votes right now and soon to be that include huge, massive cuts to Medicaid. Medicaid is a federal program that funds almost every service and support for Californians with disabilities, and specifically what we're talking about today is Californians with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So these are gargantuan cuts that have already been voted on a blueprint a few weeks ago, and now details are being formed in Congress about exactly how those cuts, if they pass, what they'll include.
Let's very quickly talk about the fact that it's called something different in California. So people may watch this on a federal level and think cuts to Medicaid don't impact me because I get help through Medi-Cal.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Thank you so much for bringing that up. So in California, we just rename it Medi-Cal. Same thing. Medicaid is Medi-Cal, which many people get their health care benefits from. It also, though, funds many other things, including in-home supportive services, all regional center services for Californians with developmental disabilities, nursing homes, as well as in schools. If a child is on Medi-Cal and has an IEP, all the therapies that the school is providing, that's funded through Medicaid as well. So Medicaid funds about half, the states funds about half of all those things. So yes, we rename it Medi-Cal, but that's what it is in California. It's so big.
So Felisa, a lot of times as this is being reported, it's reported in big numbers, but all of these things have very human impacts, which is why we wanted to ask you about what might happen if these cuts go through as the blueprint shows they could.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for bringing up this topic and sharing today. Everything that Jordan just mentioned affects my daughter's life and affects our family. All the services that Lily receives are paid for through Medi-Cal, whether it be her day program, her health insurance, her ABA therapy, and her IHSS, which is the care that I provide for her. So it's
the in-home care.
The in-home care, yes. And so all of every aspect of our life would be affected if that sort of a budget cut was actually implemented.
And when you say affected, what specifically would that look like?
Well, it would affect our income greatly in terms of, we could literally find ourselves with not being able to afford to stay where we live, depending on what the cuts might be for her program, I don't know what would be available to her. So just the instability of all of it is the impact that it would have. It's already an underfunded system, so just any kind of a cut is detrimental, but just having the uncertainty of it all has really got families nervous.
Absolutely. I want to mention that we would normally be bringing Lily into the conversation since she's with us. She is nonverbal, and we appreciate you bringing her with you into the studio, but that's why we're not including her in the conversation. Jordan, you had this conference, you had this march. What is the specific call to action, not only directed at lawmakers, you were there at the Capitol today, but also for our viewers who are watching right now?
Yeah, thanks. Great question. So today, 600 individuals from across the state came and said, on behalf of the 500,000 Californians with intellectual and developmental disabilities, our voices matter. Medicaid is a priority for this community, and it must be a priority in the decision made.
Looks like she's a little curious about the microphone. I don't blame you.
In a decision made by members of Congress. And so the specific ask by the community today was members of Congress who are going to be making those votes, specifically here in California, Congresswoman Doris Matsui, Congressman Ami Bera, and Congressman Kevin Kiley. You have to prioritize this community and Felisa and the parents and the siblings when you make those votes. And specifically, the votes are going to be coming up, and it's going to be for, are you going to cut Medicaid? Because I would like my tax dollars to fund individuals like Lily. And so is that the priority for members of Congress? Ami Bera and Doris Matsui voted this is a priority for us. We're hoping that Kevin Kiley will do the same when the specifics come out and he has a vote to give on this.
So with the administration saying they're looking to target waste, fraud, and abuse, you're saying let's find those cuts elsewhere.
It's laughable to think that they can find, don't buy into the waste, fraud, and abuse message, because the amount of cut they're talking about is not any type of waste, fraud, and abuse. It is taking services away. There's no way to get to that amount through waste, fraud, and abuse.
All right, Jordan, Felisa, and Lily, thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
Golston, back to you.